Cody Alexander, Match Quarters. Wanted to bring you a bonus episode of the Art of X show. This isn't going to be very long, but what I wanted to do was explain how three sight works. Three sight is one of those unique coverages to the Fangio system. I think it's a really interesting way to defend 3-by-1, especially with the back set weak. It pairs really well with your middle of the field cross. If you play solo, if you play steal, if you play poach, any of these concepts where the backside safety is working into the middle of the field to accept any kind of crossing route. As we know, and especially in the NFL and college, and probably going to start seeing it more and more in the lower levels of football, is these crossing routes and allowing these receivers to run across the face of the quarterback, make an easy throw, and then run away from the defense, especially if you've got a guy that's really fast. So I wanted to sit down, break down three sight, kind of put it into context, pair it with three cross so that you have an understanding of how the two different structures look and how it pairs. Remember, anytime the offense is reading the defense can do the same thing, and it takes the advantage away from the offense. So this is a really cool coverage that the Fangio system runs. It's a little bit complex in terms of teaching, but I feel like it's something that a lot of defenses at all levels could start using, as well as if you're just a casual fan, you can start looking for this in games, especially when you have a Fangio system team playing a team that likes to use 3-by-1. Here's how three sight works. It is a 3-by-1 with the back set weak coverage. If you have the back set strong, then you might as well just be running what I call 3 cross or 6 cross, depending on how you want to number your weak rotations. So when the back is set away from the trips, you're essentially getting an open look, right? An empty look. So the running back has direct access to the weak flat. What this allows the defense to do is really leverage the running back, and you get the best of both worlds in here. So depending on the running back's movement, you're going to get a different 3-up player, meaning if number 3 were to run across the field on an over route deep, that's who would then end up taking it. So if the running back goes horizontal right now, whether it's a flare, it's a bubble, whatever, if they go right now to the flat, the safety's going to take it. And the thought process behind this is you have a Will Linebacker tucked inside. Okay, he's in charge of the A gap. Why would you then have him vacate that because the running back goes flat right now? Okay, you can easily take that X receiver and go and wall off that Will Linebacker, and then now you have direct access. Also, if you get this, and I've played teams like this before, when they set the running back weak, they're going to get slant wheel, we're going to get dig wheel, we're going to get curl wheel, we're going to get wheel routes, and they're going to just run this running back right up the sideline because he's one of their best players. Well, in the NFL, the running back has to be a viable pass catcher, right? So if you're playing games on the weak side, you're probably not trying to run number 3 through the middle of the field and progress all the way over to him. So for the 3 sight system, what you're doing is you're leveraging the speed of the running back. So if he goes horizontal, the safety's going to take him, and that means the will's going to drop into the vertical hook and become the 3-up player. If the running back stays into block, that probably means that this is going to be a deeper pass. That means that the quarterback is going to be progressing. He's going to get a 5-step drop, maybe even a 7-step drop. Now, I know we're in gun, but we still have timing, right? We still have that 5-step, 7-step timing in the NFL. So if they keep him in there, now we've got 6-man protection. It's probably going to develop a little bit longer, which means now I want the safety to be on the 3-up or the cross or the over, however you want to use that term. So if the running back works vertically through the line of scrimmage or blocks, Now the will linebacker is going to assume the running back, and the safety is going to snap his vision to the front side and take anything that works across vertically. What this allows the defense to do as well is to kind of create a box coverage over the three receiver side, and that free safety can really hold that hash on that side. It doesn't have to kind of work into the middle of the field really quickly. He doesn't have to carry any three vertical, and it could be maybe three goes out and two runs a deep over route across. He doesn't have to necessarily nail down on that, knowing that he's going to have a vertical hook player on the other side. So it fits within the Fangio system as well, because it plays into that too high contour where the offense doesn't really know what's going to happen. Now, there are ways to take advantage of this. You can run some snag concepts and different things like that. You can read the backside safety and have a vertical from the other side coming, but it takes a little bit of time. So this is the mechanics of the three sight. You do this against 4 open sets, and it leverages the defense against any kind of quick weak throw or any kind of 3 up from the other side where they're trying to kind of eliminate and create space. Remember, the offense's objective is to create space. And so what they're doing with this on the defensive side is reading or optioning the offense just like the offense would option the defense. So again, horizontal, safety takes it. Vertical, the linebacker takes it. And if you think about it in that way, any kind of horizontal, that's speed, right? We're trying to push quickly to the sideline. Let's put the speed player on that. If the running back works vertically through the line of scrimmage, whether it's blocking or kind of that check release out route, now he's going directly into the vision of the linebacker. So it just kind of makes things a little bit easier. There has to be good communication. I have seen on film, especially in some of these preseason games, you're going to get both guys take, right? So there has to be some communication involved. But if you watch a team in the Fangio system that runs three sight, you usually can see the linebacker point when the running back goes out, and you see that safety flash down into the flat. I like it as well, especially when they're trying to void space for like a slant flat. What you end up getting is that will linebacker literally sitting directly in front of that quarterback into that kind of that glance slant window. So it's a great coverage if you have kind of some communication players, like players that are good with communication and they kind of understand reading and optioning the offense. This is a great coverage to kind of carry if you're getting played with on the back side. And you run some middle of the field close coverages. You could also run this as kind of like a triangle read on the backside where you can play your front side split coverage, and then now you have kind of a poach concept on the backside, whether it's with the will or the safety. So you can kind of, if you run solo, this is another way or a variation to do that. If you kind of live in that quarters world, I'm always interested on how you can take things from one system and mold them into another. So with the Fangio system that already runs kind of a half, quarter, this is a great complement to that. So if you're one of those teams that runs some split field coverages and you like to play with the safety, three sight is a really cool coverage and something to experiment with. Definitely if you're getting a lot of kind of these trips with the back set weak, these what I call these open or empty looks. So let's take a look at how three sight functions on film. So again, we have a 3-by-1. We've got the back set weak. The safety and the linebacker are going to work together on the running back, right? So both eyes are going to be on the running back. Now, as we progress through the film, once the running back has gone horizontal, you're going to get the safety to then take it. We've locked up the receiver up top with the corner, so we're not worried about him. This is truly a man match concept on the back, right? So you can see the safety is going to work into the middle of the field. We're playing our cover 3 zone front side. You can see the linebacker point to the safety. The safety is going to then work to the running back. The linebacker is then going to assume the vertical hook. So as we progress through this, you can see the running back go. Now, Again, here is the Chargers who understand three sight. What's a great way to do this is to get him to slam down, right? Get the safety to slam down and then run a receiver screen. And so they run the receiver screen. He can't dig out right there. He misses it. And then now you've got one blocker and you got to kind of get it. So yeah, the Chargers got a good yardage on that. They understand the system. There are ways of taking advantage of it, but I thought this was a really good clip of showing you how three sight functions on film. So running back goes to the flat right now. You're going to have the safety take it. Linebacker drops to the vertical hook. Here is the difference between three sight and three cross. So what we're going to get here with the Raiders is we're going to get a snag concept week. We have a reduction by the X, right? So he's close to the line. He's close to the box. Okay, we have a 3-by-1 on the front side. This is another way too that the Fangio system kind of muddies the waters because they don't always run three sight, right? So this is Ed Donatel, Vikings preseason. So former Broncos, worked for Fangio. This is his defense now in Minnesota. What we're going to see here is their dime package, right? We have two DBs in there. We have a nickel and a dime. We have the safety who's going to be the 3-up or the cross. I call this 3 cross or 6 cross, depending on, again, how you're going to tag week rotation. You're going to see a snag concept. The linebacker, the dime, is going to chase the running back out. The safety's looking at the safety. If the safety squats, he knows he's got 3 cross. If the safety goes right now, then he knows he needs to start working back front side because the linebacker is going to be in that snag window, or he better throw it right as that linebacker's going. So it kind of makes that window a little bit tight. So let's watch the film. Okay, we see right now quarterback's vision is going to be on the safety. We see running back flying out. The linebacker is working through that. He's not zoning over. He's going right now. You have the corner bailing out because it's a deep third, and you have the safety squatting there looking at the quarterback, right? So we have a chase. We have a voided window. Now he tackles it. So again, let's go back to it. Right now, the quarterback knows I can throw this ball, right? So the moment that he sees that linebacker working out, he knows he's got a safety deep and a corner working deep. He's got a voided window. And now what you get is a catch and a run. So to me, on early downs, what this ends up being is really close to a run. Hey, let's get into a 4 open look. Let's get the back weak. Let's go 3-by-1, and we can kind of make an easy like five yards off of it. So on early downs backed up, this is a good play to kind of attack three sight. But I wanted to use this to give you an example of the difference between three sight and 3 cross. Thanks for joining me on this bonus episode of the Art of X show. Hopefully you learned something about the 3-sight system, got a little bit of a feel for what the Fangio system is like. It's a system defensively that is taking over the NFL. This year, we're probably going to have a third of the league running some sort of either a bastardized form of it or the actual defense that is the Fangio system. So make sure you look out for 3-sight against 3-by-1 teams this fall in the NFL. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Substack, and come learn the Art of X. Thank you.